how did you first even hear about me? How did our paths cross?
I found you on Instagram. You were posting something about female health, and I DM'd you. And I was like, oh, I don't see coaches do this.
Yeah.
So this is really cool.
And then how did we get from there to then having our first conversation on the phone?
You, I think you posted a statistic about how PTs don't last more than 6 or 12 months in the industry.
Yeah.
And I was like, I DM'd you again and I was like, oh, I'm thinking of being a PT. How do I avoid this? And then the whole conversation went from there. You called me after I finished work and we spoke on the phone, and I was like, this is like, I remember telling Christian, and I was like, this dude just called me and was speaking to me, and he was like, what the hell? But yeah, so it went from there.
Was that a bit bizarre for you? What was that? What the hell?
I actually didn't feel any negative type of way about it. Kind of intuitively felt right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I actually think we should also make this conversation about who you were back then too. Go back at least about 2 years ago.
Yeah, at least.
Can you describe the state of your life, your health, your mindset, your non-existent business, but your dreams as well? Take me back there.
So I was very, very unhealthy. I was quite sick, dealing with multiple conditions. Everything was just a mess. Mental, physical, environment. Couldn't really work that much. Yeah, I was living at home and I just really wanted to get out of that environment. And I think my first thing that I just wanted so badly was to feel better physically. Yeah.
Feel better from what? Like what? Bring me back to what were some of the symptoms and the conditions?
Very extreme fatigue, acne, period issues, pain, very bad PMS, a lot of anxiety, depression. What else? I had so many issues. Hair was falling out. Sleep was terrible. I just very, very low stress tolerance. Could not handle the day, really. Could not handle my daily life.
And can you describe the journey that we went on? And describe the difference between then and now.
So, the journey that we went on.
Yeah, how do we fix all that? And where are we now?
You were very patient and kind with me and generous in our check-ins. I just slammed you with issues every week. And you just took it like a champ. You didn't make me feel like I was ever bothering you too much. Made me feel very safe and like eventually it will be okay. You just focus on one day at a time, one brick at a time. And very slowly, week by week, things started looking up. It was just in very small increments.
And what would you tell a young Kiara, a young woman who's in your shoes, or was in your shoes back then, who felt what you felt? Like, what would you tell her to help her maneuver through that?
Mm. Find an Alex. Find someone you trust very deeply
Yeah.
that will be able to solve your problems, and surrender to the process. As long as you don't give up, then you will feel better eventually.
That's great advice. Why did you trust me?
I don't know, I think I just connected with you very well. I don't know why. Like, I basically signed up to your coaching through the DMs.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I just felt, it just felt right. I can't put anything to it.
Intuitively. Okay, now let's talk about now. Like, how is your health, your wellness, your mindset, psychology, your stress tolerance, all of that different and improved compared to back then?
I'm as healthy, I'm the healthiest I've ever been in my life now. My chronic conditions basically don't really bother me as long as I maintain everything well. I'm been able to feel what it's like to be happy and feel happy emotions, which is nice. It's very nice. And I think the most impressive thing to me is my stress tolerance. It's just like completely shot up.
Yeah.
I'm still in shock. Before a shift at work would just like completely wreck me. Now I'm doing like 12-hour days at the gym, training, seeing clients, running my business, and I don't just feel I don't feel like it's just completely taken the life out of me.
Could you like have a metaphor for it? Like the before and after? Does that make sense?
The slug?
Yeah. Like the window of tolerance.
Yeah, well, I guess so. So my window of tolerance was probably like here, and now it just feels like up here,
So
like huge.
If before was a slug, what's now?
I don't know what to compare it to. I definitely feel very light. I was carrying around this heaviness with me a lot. I feel light and resilient and capable, more trusting in myself. I think a better metaphor would be that before I saw you, it felt like I was sort of like buried underground, and now I feel like I'm pretty close to the mountaintop.
Wow. How does that feel?
Very good. I didn't think I'd be here to experience that, but
I trusted you would. And now we're here. Tell me then the next thing. The next thing was you had this dream to be a coach. What was that? Describe that dream and that desire, and then why you originally decided to do Trinity.
So at the time I was unsure of what I wanted to do with my career and my life. and I guess I was coaching some family members in the gym, and I just kept having people say that just like more suggest that I should get into personal training, and that kind of planted the seed, and I pondered on it for a bit, and then I think I was looking at the courses and I was like, it wasn't too good of an outlook, but then going with Athletes Authority made me feel a lot better and a lot more confident about that being more of a viable career. And then I think with Trinity, I just really wanted to develop a really good skill set. I think what attracted me to it was that it encompassed all of the aspects, so like the business, the health, and the knowledge. I feel like I would have been quite lost if I didn't do Trinity. I would have been scrambling when I started in the gym.
How has Trinity helped the most for you? What have been the most helpful things for you to not scramble to, in personal and business and skill set?
I think having the really practical processes that were there already done that you knew worked has been really helpful, because I feel like that would have taken months or years to figure out and refine. So it just gave me a lot more confidence starting in the gym, knowing that, okay, this is a process that works, I just need to do it. And also just with the holistic skill set on the health side is really helpful too, because there's a lot of people that deal with the topics that we've covered, and it just makes me much more valuable to them to be able to help with that.
What have been the most insightful learnings and topics that we've covered in Trinity?
I actually really enjoyed the consult process, the initial consult.
Yeah.
That to me was really good, because I feel like that is one of the components that can make or break the client-coach relationship. Just digging into their reasons for being there and setting up the right foundations and framework. That was very insightful and helpful. I really also enjoyed Carl Goodman speaking. That was like very deeply hitting for me. Just, I don't know how to describe it. It's just like, I just love it. Very, very great in life philosophy type direction. I don't know. It was just really good.
What are some other highlights that come to mind over the last 15 months? Take it back all the way to the first retreat, second, third, fourth. How you started with calls, skill set, business.
I definitely really loved the calls every week. I always looked forward to them, made sure I was there for every one of them. I was very, I committed to myself that I would do that. So that was, I just loved it. Everyone in the group is really high quality on their own, and the relationships have been very nice and healing.
Yeah. Healing. How have they been healing?
I guess just relearning how interactions with people should be. haven't had the best experiences with people. So it just felt good and right, especially at the first retreat. I was quite taken aback by how welcoming and kind everyone was.
Yeah. And how do you compare that to now, the fourth retreat?
We're just all comfortable around each other, and it's just really nice.
Yeah.
There's definitely been a lot more love with this retreat. I feel like it's been the deepest one, and I feel like it would be something that I'll carry with me for the rest of my life.
Why do you think that is?
I think this type of stuff just doesn't really exist usually. It's it's just very rare. And you did a really great job of putting together everything and very thoughtfully planning it all out. So I feel like that was really good too. I feel like everything flowed very well into the next thing.
And what is the last week of this retreat meant to you?
A lot. I don't really know how to describe it. I don't have the words. Just it's up there with all of my life experiences. It's really up there.
Up there.
Like just very overwhelmingly positive and peaceful, healing. Nurturing. Yeah, it's hard to describe exactly.
Maybe how has it felt? A couple of emotions of how it's felt.
A lot of emotions. Happy, peaceful, calm, overwhelmed, gratitude. Important. Yeah.
And what about zoom out last 15 months? How do you reflect on that? What's been the most valuable learnings and growth that you've made in Trinity over the last year and a half?
I feel like it's a very broad question. There's just too much. Maybe we can narrow it down a bit.
Let's go business to start with.
Yep.
What was your business like before? Where is it now?
Non-existent before. Now it's existing, growing, finding my way. And it's just all down to implementation now for me. I've been slowly building up my sessions and my capacity at the gym, and we just need to see how it pans out and just keep keep building.
Keep building. You started at 0.
Yeah.
And where you at now? I mean, when did you start at 0?
February.
February.
This year.
Okay. What was that?
So it's 5 or 6 months,
Yeah.
maybe.
And then where are we at now?
I think around 15 clients.
Really?
I think. I need to double check that.
How does that feel to know that you've gone from 0 to that, and you haven't ever run a business before, and you're super young, and your stress tolerance window was so much smaller just 6 months, a year ago? If you paused and think and feel about that, is that met your expectations, beyond your expectations, below?
I think definitely beyond. I think if I wasn't in Trinity and had the guidance from you, I'd be in a very different place. I'd probably be like, damn, this is just too hard, and then give up or something.
Really?
Yeah. Just doing that on my own.
Yeah.
Like, knowing now what it involves, I don't think I could have handled that on my own.
So what has it meant to have the support from the group and me throughout that time?
It's meant a lot. It's I felt very good knowing that I have people there to support me, and just being able to chat to anyone and just pick people's brains or collaborate on things or ask questions. It's been very, very helpful and useful.
And what about, we touched on this a little bit before, but skill set, then compared to now?
Much better. I had zero skill set before. Now I feel much more proficient in just all of the topics that we've covered, from health to training, business as well. Yeah, I think I would be very lost otherwise. Just be doing some random courses and thinking that would help and that kind of thing.
If you could go back, there's probably a young Kiara out there who's listening, and she's felt similar to you. What would you tell her? Like, maybe she's considering starting Trinity, a bit fearful and apprehensive, felt some of the things you felt. What would you tell her?
You have someone that will stop at nothing to make sure that you succeed. And you just need to trust in the process. And as long as you engage with everything and you put effort in, it will return tenfold.
It's very good advice. And it's a nice compliment too. So thank you.
That's okay.
Do you have any last thoughts or even feedback for me? Positive, constructive? Or just any last reflections from this time we've had together this week, last year, plus years, from your heart or head?
I'm glad I came to this retreat because I almost didn't come.
Yeah.
I'm just wait for him. thank you for everything from the bottom of my heart. And I'm just glad that I crossed paths with you.
So am I. Kiara, our relationship has been different compared to most.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Because of how difficult things have been for you and how much I just felt an affinity and an even greater responsibility to do exactly what you said and do everything possible to help support you. You probably made, I've coached hundreds and hundreds of people. I've known hundreds of people. It's hard for me to think of someone I personally know who has grown as fast and as greatly as you have in such a small amount of time. Out of basically everyone I know. I'll step out of professional Alexander for I think this after a second, but just be Alexander. Like you guys probably get the sense and the feeling, you and Christian, but it's like, you know, you guys are very important to me. You're very important to me. I, in ways, probably treat you like a younger little sister, like family. That's just something that felt right to me, and I think you're very special and very unique.
Thank you.
And you have a lot of value to give to the world, and you will, and you are, and you're going to impact so many people's lives. And I can see you standing up here doing your own version of this. The things that have happened to you, the life that you've lived, as difficult as it's been at times, it's actually really helped me. It's helped me become a better coach and a better person. I've had to raise to a greater level. And your story, my experience with you, has helped me help other people similar to you. So you have helped other people similar to you through me. And that wouldn't have happened if you didn't have the life that you had. And so I hope that's something that makes you feel good, because your challenges have a lot of meaning. And they've had a trickle effect to many other people, including everyone in this group. Yeah, I know you're destined for very great big things, and I honestly believe that any dream that you have, basically, I believe you will be able to achieve it.
Thank you. It's nice to hear.
I believe it 100%. So all you have to do is dream and just, as you said, keep laying bricks every day. And the life that you desire, the farm with the animals, being of service to the world, helping young women, Kiara, it's just a matter of time. We had our moment down there, but I'll say it again. I'm very proud of you. And I hope you are too. You've done an amazing job.
Thank you.
And you'll be able to pass that on to many, many people now.
It's all you.
That's what?
It's all you.
Too kind of you.
I don't know where I'd be otherwise.
Alright, maybe I showed you the way, but you had to walk through the door, and you've done it every day, so well done.
Thank you.
Sometimes that's better than words.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can take that off and just put it on the chair.
Oh.